the woman who burned bridges with the one who lifted her up. She was once lost, drowning in a sea of lustful pursuits, empty encounters, and self-destruction. But then he came into her life, a man who saw her not for her chaos, but for her potential. He treated her like a human, not a project. He lifted her from the darkest pits of her own making, offering her kindness, patience, and unconditional support. For a while, it worked. She began to heal, to see a glimmer of light in her life. But as soon as he dimmed his own light to focus on her healing, she betrayed him. She turned to gossip, spreading lies and burning bridges with the one person who had truly cared for her. The succubus and the dark magic. Her betrayal wasn't entirely her own. She had fallen under the influence of a succubus, a dark entity that fed on her insecurities and manipulated her through lust and divination magic. This succubus, controlled by a Luciferian cult operating within a church group, used her as a pawn to attack her divine partner. God, her ancestors, and her angels had warned her repeatedly. They sent signs, dreams, and gut feelings, urging her to stop before it was too late, but she ignored them, choosing instead to feed her ego and indulge in the temporary highs of betrayal and chaos. The fire sign and the karmic test. To make matters worse, she was a fire sign, passionate, impulsive, and easily swayed by temptation. This wasn't just a random twist of fate. It was a karmic test from a previous life. She had been given a chance to break the cycle, to choose love over lust, and to honor the divine union that was meant to heal her. But she failed. She allowed herself to be lured by the succubus, who promised her power, validation, and control. Little did she know, the succubus had its own agenda. It bound her in a jar, a metaphorical prison of her own making where she became a tool for destruction, a weapon against the very love that could have saved her. The karmic loop. Now, she's trapped in a karmic loop of her own making. The doors God once opened for her are closing, one by one. The man who lifted her up has moved on, and the succubus has left her empty and broken. She's entangled in the Luciferian cult, her soul weighed down by the consequences of her choices. Her lifetime struggle is a cautionary tale. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. What she take to her grave. Regret. The weight of her betrayal will haunt her forever. She carried the knowledge that she fumbled God's gift to divine partner who truly loved her. Isolation. The bridges she burned can never be rebuilt. The people who once cared for her have turned away, leaving her alone in her self-made prison. The karmic debt. The Luciferian cult may offer temporary power, but it comes at a cost. She spent her life paying off the karmic debt of her actions, trapped in a cycle of suffering and regret. The jar. Bound by the succubus, she's now a prisoner in her own life. The jar symbolizes her entrapment, a life of servitude to dark forces, far removed from the divine love she once had. The lesson. Karma is real, and it doesn't discriminate. When you betray the ones who lift you up, you betray yourself. The universe gives you chances, but it also holds you accountable. For her, the path to redemption is narrow, but not impossible. If she can break free from the cult, repent for her actions, and seek divine guidance, she might find a way out of the karmic loop. But it will take courage, humility, and a willingness to face the darkness within.